With an abundance of peppers in every color of the rainbow from my fall garden, it's time to celebrate the first soup of the season. Stuffed peppers have never been my favorite. There's just something about the texture and the time it takes to stuff each one. So I deconstruct this old-fashioned favorite and transform it into something simple, warming, and full of garden-fresh flavor. Stuffed pepper soup. Peppers are incredibly versatile. Their bright colors and distinct flavors make them a joy to grow and to eat. For this comforting meal, I start with the rice. Today, I'm using basmati. Its fragrant, nutty aroma is a perfect match for this hearty soup. Toasting the rice in olive oil brings out a richer flavor and adds an extra layer of depth. Once it's lightly golden and buttery, I add water, a hefty pinch of salt, and let it cook a few minutes less than the package suggests. It'll finish steaming while I work on the rest of the soup. Next, I brown some local grass-fed ground beef. Once it's done, I set it aside and use the same pot to saute my aromatics. I've got sweet yellow onion and a medley of garden-fresh peppers, bells, cubanelles, and Anaheims. Each type of pepper adds a unique element to the soup. A whole head of garlic goes in next. Don't skimp on it. It adds a comforting depth. Then probably about a dozen fresh tomatoes. The harvest has been wonderful this year. I dice these up, ready to break down into a rich base. And the ground beef goes back in. I season the soup with Herbamare seasoning salt, which is one of my go-to blends for adding layers of flavor without overpowering the dish. Then a good dose of pepper, then I let it simmer slowly for a couple of hours, allowing these flavors to meld together. For the first bowl, I like to keep the rice separate. I'll fill my bowl with the pepper soup and top it with a scoop of the basmati and finish with a sprinkle of fresh chives right out of the garden. This soup only gets better with time. After a day or two, the rice absorbs the rich tomato broth and flavors deepen. It becomes one of those meals you could eat for days without tiring of it. This deconstructed stuffed pepper soup is my way of celebrating fall. If you're looking for a simple yet satisfying way to enjoy your garden's bounty, I encourage you to give this stuffed pepper soup a try. You won't miss the hassle of stuffing peppers, and I think you'll find the flavors more vibrant in every bite.